Hi everyone, I am Malapun Pamasa, Director of the ONDAS Student Center and the Transfer Student Center. Pronouns are she, her, hers. And we are going to walk through a Zoom 101 tutorial with these awesome folks here. So does everyone want to introduce themselves?
Hi, I'm Faith. I'm one of the peer educators, she, her, hers, for the Transfer Student Center.
Hi, I'm Karen, she, her, hers. I'm a third year second brain sciences major. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Micaela Bermudez, but I go by Mika. I'm the programs assistant for the ONDAS Student Center and the Transfer Student Center, and my pronouns are she, her, hers.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I work at the ONDAS Student Center and pronouns are she, her, hers.
Yay, so major shout out to everyone who is involved in this training right now. So everyone has very quickly agreed to walk through this so that we could show students how to use Zoom for your classes in spring quarter, not just for your classes, but also for study groups as well. So major shout out to these folks who very quickly learned Zoom and want to show you some tips and tricks that we've learned throughout the process. So the first person who's going to begin is Faith on the different ways that you can access Zoom.
Okay, so I'm gonna start sharing my screen so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so once I start sharing my screen, so what you're gonna do is log into like UCSB Zoom, and then click on the first link, and you'll see on the right hand side there's a sign in. So you're gonna click that, and since I'm already signed in, it's gonna take me to my profile, but when you're just signing in, it'll have you log in with like your UCSB net ID and password, and then it'll take you to the screen. So then you can go over to the meetings tab on the left and click that. And if some of your professors will either schedule the Zoom meetings in advance, and those will show up here. And then you can just click on, it'll have like a little join meeting button. So you can just click on that when the time is right. Or your professor might give you an ID. So you go up to join a meeting on the right, you can click that and then type in the ID and then join. Another way that you can access Zoom is your professor might just send you a link to the Zoom meeting. So that'll be either through like Gaucho Space or through your email. So you can just click on the link and then it'll take you directly to join the Zoom meeting. So those are like kind of the ways that you'll see that that a professor might have you like join their Zoom meeting.
And keep in mind that every professor is probably going to have different ways of asking you to access Zoom, so it may change by class.
Right.
So next, Mika is going to show you how to download the latest version.
Yeah, so I can't share my screen right now, but if you go to ucsb.zoom.us where Faith originally went, on that same right-hand side of the screen, you can also download Zoom and make sure that you are downloading the latest version. That way you have access to all of the features that Zoom has.
So what are some of the things that we've noticed when you use Zoom on the browser versus Zoom through the app?
I was originally using the browser.
And you didn't have reactions?
Yeah, so depending on if you're using like the app versus doing it through your browser versus actually downloading it onto your computer, you'll see differences in like the reactions. So you'll see like, for instance, like I couldn't use reactions at first because I didn't have like the latest version, so no one could see my reactions either. Yeah, so.
Great.
When I was using it on browser, I couldn't do gallery view.
Yeah, so those are just some of the things that you all might be aware of using Zoom on the browser versus Zoom on the app. So next, Karen is going to show us some features that are super fun.
Okay, so if you go to the bottom left of your screen next to the stop video button, you have the option to, I don't know if you guys can see it, you can stop the video recording option, and then you can also mute yourself. So I'm going to do that now. Yeah, so be mindful of that when you are taking your call. The speakers do pick up a lot of noise, and yeah, the background noise can be a little bit tedious for other people to hear while trying to listen in. And also, when you're video sharing, make sure you have appropriate tabs and everything. And then, so if you go back to the bottom right or left, you can pop up a little video settings option, and then your settings will come up. So right here, video settings. And then, so we can start off with general. You can choose a bunch of options, and then with your reactions, you can choose your skin tone to fit yours. Video, a really cool feature is you can touch up your appearance if you're looking extra rough in the morning. And let's see, let's go to audio. Yeah, so this controls speaker and microphone, share screen options, virtual backgrounds. I have a tree kangaroo background, but it's recommended, do you see that? It's recommended that you just use a solid video color background instead. Recording options, statistics if you like that. Feedback if you have issues. And then the keyboard shortcuts would come in handy. Let's see. You can start and stop videos with keyboard shortcuts. You can mute your audio, start and stop screen sharing. And then one really cool one is you can raise and lower your hand. That's the one I have enabled. And yeah, and then accessibility. Awesome. So that's all the settings. Let's see, and you can raise your hand. Oh, you go to participants, and then you have the option of raising your hand. And you can raise and lower your hand, or the host can lower your hand for you once they've answered your question.
And I am going to lower, oh, you already lowered it. Thanks.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, and there are other reactions that folks were talking about when you have the app. So could everyone do a thumbs up?
Mm-hmm.
Love it. And then there's also a clap option. Can y'all clap? Thanks. As you can see, some of us have changed our skin tones already. Others have it on the original skin tone. So you can play with that however you'd like. That part is super fun. And then next, Jackie is going to show us and talk about chats.
Yes, so another option or feature that we have on Zoom is the ability to chat. And you would find that option on the bottom toolbar. You can click chat, and you'll have the opportunity to chat with everyone in the call, including the professor. So this would be a cool opportunity if you have any questions and don't want to speak up, you can just ask the question in the chat. But we would recommend being mindful about what is said at this chat because everyone has access to it. You can also have the option to direct a message as well if there's a classmate that you wanted to reach out to and ask a question to. And another option on the chat is you can also save the chat. So if there's an important answer that's a question that's answered and you want to keep the answer to yourself for future reference to study, you can also save the chat as well.
Awesome, thanks, Jackie. And then one of the things that may happen if you are in a live synchronous class versus an asynchronous class, you might be put into breakout rooms. So depending on whether or not your professors want to put you into discussion groups, they have breakout room options at the bottom of their screen. So let me show you all what that might look like, because then you might have discussions. So I'm going to make 2 chat rooms, and it looks like it's putting Faith and Mika in a chat room and Jackie and Karen in a chat room. So it looks like they are in their chat rooms. I'm going to join the, oh, look. So
Hi.
they're in their own group chat room right now. So I'm going to leave this breakout room. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
I'm in a chat room, Jackie and Karen.
Hi.
So they've been having their own discussion, talking about whatever they're talking about for the class, but I'm going to leave y'all now. Bye.
Bye.
And now I am closing all of the breakout rooms, and they are going to get 60 seconds to leave their breakout rooms and finish any discussions that they have. And now everyone should be back together again.
Yay.
Did you have a nice chat?
Yes.
Yes.
So is there anything else that anyone wants to add or kind of give tips on before we close out?
Options for audio, it depends on what you prefer. Like, I like to use my earphones. I see Faith has some on as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what the difference is, like with or without. I hear everyone pretty loud and clear, so that's what I like about my headphones.
Nice.
Yeah, and just about the screen sharing, there's also an option, like if you guys want to use Zoom for studying with people in your classes, there's an option for screen sharing where you can use a whiteboard. So I'm going to do that right now. And then like everyone will see like what you're writing, which is pretty cool. So that's like another option to use screen sharing, not just like during class for like your Zoom meetings, but also like if you want to use Zoom meetings for studying.
Cool. And then the last thing I might mention is be aware of the name that you've entered in for yourself to enter the meeting. So you can see we've all put our first and last names. So that's something you might want to do as well, especially if this is a new class and new students and you're all getting to know each other. Just put your first and last name or whatever names you go by so folks know as well. So is that it?
I think so.
Yay. Well, good luck, y'all, with your classes. We may come back with a Zoom 102 after this, thanks to these fine folks. But good luck with classes. And the ONDAS Student Center and the Transfer Student Center are here to help you if you have questions about Zoom. Bye, y'all.
Bye.